Hi everyone, welcome to Tech World. Please subscribe, like this video and comment. Today we will talk about 12 Android settings that will strengthen your security. Some of the most important Android settings are also the most varied, and they are absolutely worth your while to uncover and put into action. You might not know it from all the panic including headlines over there, but Android is actually packed with practical and powerful security options. Some are activated by default and protecting you whether you realize it or not, while others are more out of the way but equally deserving of your attention. So stop wasting your time worrying about the Android malware monster du jour and which security company is using is to scare you into an unnecessary subscription. You take a moment instead to look through this far more impactful Android setting, ranging from core system, this far more interact level elements to some more advanced and easily overlooked options. Make your way through these 12 specific Android systems settings, then make your way over to my Android Intelligence News Stellar to get this exclusive bonus tips on your favorite subject this second. Ready, let's do this. Android settings number 1, app permissions. Rarely spoken reality of Android security is that your own negligence, either in failing to properly secure your device in some way or in leaving open too many windows that allow third-party apps access to your info, is far more likely to be problematic than any manner of malware or scary sounding boogeyman. A 20-second tweak for smarter, simpler Android security. So let's address the first part, and that's right off the bat, shall we? Despite what some sensational stories might lead you to believe, Android apps are never able to access your personal data or any part of your phone unless you especially give them the go ahead to do so. And while you can't undo anything that already happened, unless you happen to own a time traveling DeLorean. In which case, great Scott, drop me a line if you can go back and revisit all your app permissions to make sure everything in tip-top shape for the future. That's advisable to do periodically anyway, and particularly now, as the last few Android versions have included some important new app permissions options. Specifically, you can now let apps access your location only when they are actively in use, instead of all the time as of Android 10. You can approve 11 and you can determine how detailed or of a view any given app gets of your location when you grant it that access. But any apps that were already on your phones by the time those upgrades arrived wouldn't have already had full unrestricted access to those areas of your device, and it's up to you to revisit them and update their settings as needed. So do this. Head into the privacy section of your Android settings and find the permission manager line. That will show you a list of all available system permissions, including especially sensitive areas such as location, camera, and microphone. The same three areas is incidentally that can be limited to one time use only on any phone running at least Android 11. Tap on a specific permission and you will see a breakdown of exactly which apps are authorized to use it in what way. You can then tap on any app to adjust its level to access and bring it down a notch. When applicable, or remove its access to the permissions entirely. And if you have got Android 12 or higher, also select whether the app should get access to your precise location or only a far less specific approximate view or where you are. If this is one section of your Android settings worth spending the time to revisit this is without adopt it. Android settings number 2. Play Protect. Speaking of apps on your phone, this is a fine time to talk about Google Play Protect. Android negative secure system that, among other things, continuously scans your phone for any things or misbehaving apps and warns you if anything suspicious emerges. And yes, it does something fail to detect shady players immediately, something that gets played up to a comedic degree in those misleading marketing campaigns. But even in those instances, the real worst threat to most folks is typically quite minimal, unless you or someone else inadvertently disabled it at some point. Play Protect should be up and running on your phone already, but it certainly can't hurt to double check it and make sure. To do so, just open up the security section of your Android settings. Tap the line labeled either Google Play Protect or App Security. Then tap the gear icon in the upper right corner and make sure the toggles there are activated. Back on the main Play Protect screen, you will see a status update showing you that the system is activated and running. It works entirely on its own automatically, but you can always trigger a manual scan of your apps on that same page if you have ever so inclined or maybe just bored. Android settings number 3. Safe browsing. Chrome is typically the default Android browser, and as long as you are using it, You can rest a little easier knowing it will warn you anytime and you try to open a shady site or download something dangerous. While Chrome's safe browsing mode is enabled by default, through the app has a newer and more effective version of the same system called Unchanged Saved Browsing, and it's up to you to opt in to it. Here is how. Open up Chrome on your phone, tap the three-dot menu icon in the app's upper right corner and select Settings from the menu that comes up. Tap Privacy and Security, then select Safe Browsing. Tap the dot text to Enhanced Protection on the text screen you see. While you are there, back yourself out to the main Chrome settings menu and select Safety Check. That will reveal a handy one-tap tool for scanning your various browser settings and saved passwords and letting you know of anything that needs attention. It's the end of first part of Android settings that will help you to secure.